Hallo Freunde und willkommen zurück zu The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, wo wir dabei sind, einen Schleimling zu jagen, dessen Nest hier oben ist. Da flattert er auch schon. Und hier gibt es sogar noch ein Fragezeichen, das ist ja nett.
So it was mommy who helped you.
Na super, hast du mehrere. Da komm her. Nein, kein Verlust. Das ist nicht nett. Du kannst mal runterkommen. Vielen Dank. Also der hier startet eh schon nur mit einem Leben, das ist nett. Das ist ja immer dabei verwundet. So,
Right.
Viecher.
High time I collected a trophy. Rest of the eggs haven't hatched yet. Need to burn the whole nest.
Und dann...
That ought to do it.
Sehr schön. Holen wir uns noch eine Trophäe ab. Einmal Schleimling zum Mitnehmen, bitte. Ja, das sieht immer noch genauso aus wie im Hauptspiel. So, was ist das denn für eine Trophäe, die wir gekriegt haben? Chance auf Verstümmeln, ja, das ist ja... Die brauche ich ja richtig. So, da unten gibt es aber irgendwo scheinbar einen Eingang. Welcher Natur auch immer. Da will ich mal rein, denn da ist ein Fertigkeitspunkt für uns zu holen. Sind wir galant dran vorbei scheinbar. Hier gut versteckt.
Magic. A place of power.
Ja. Weitere Fertigkeitspunkte, uns fehlt noch einer. Sehr gut. Und so, die Frage ist... Hier sollte ja plötzlich auch durchaus vorankommen können. Dann holen wir uns mal die Belohnung ab. Weitere Kronen für uns. Dann können wir vielleicht demnächst auch endlich mal wieder zum Schwertschmied gehen. Apropos, die hatten ja auch einen Schmied da bei sich. Zumindest zum Reparieren wird der ja wohl reichen. Und danach treffen wir uns dann endlich mal mit Regis. Und das schieben wir schon viel zu lange eigentlich vor uns her. Aber, naja. Wie komme ich am intelligentesten da runter?
Oh, it's my bum if I ready to blow.
So, da.
Well, have you learned how that cow came to fly?
Jo.
Yeah, you can get back to work. And it wasn't a plague of falling cows.
Did I not say so from the start? A weight off my chest. So what was behind the animal's plummet?
Young lizard flying over the quarry dropped it. Was trying to get it back to its nest. Food for its mother and siblings. Probably heard the last of the beasts. Burned the nest, eggs, everything.
A praiseworthy precaution, but as I said, I can only pay you what we agreed. I simply haven't any more.
Here, take this. And I thank you, master.
Ach, immer wieder gerne. So.
all cleared up now, right? No gods, no plague, just the dragon, but it's gone too. We're to pay Emil's widow compensation, and that will be that. So, why do you still stand there and wait, men? Back to work, chop chop!
And I've a notion suspicious workings are still afoot. What became of the builders who were to put the statue together? They were due 3 days back, yet there's still no sign of them at Ardeisto.
They were crushed too, I'm certain of it. Or eaten, or locusts got them, like in Zerikania.
What's this rubbish you spout now? The architect wrote they would arrive a week late with a large shipment of marble from Metana for the prophet's beard. So stop flapping your yaps and get to work. Allow me to walk you away, Master.
Ja, schubst uns nur weiter rum hier.
Truth be told, I lied. But I cannot have them panic again. The workers he mentioned, they've indeed vanished. Come see me later. I shall divulge to you the details.
Alles Idioten. Ich zum Schmied. Ich will zum Schmied. Und danach. Ja. Hallo.
You don't look...
That stand in the way of our doing business?
No. It merely means I doubt you'll find anything of use here.
Show me what you got.
So, Lucas Dali. Ist an sich ziemlich gut. Aber es ist halt kein Setschalten. Ist halt immer so ein bisschen das Problem. So, du kriegst die Schleimling-Trophäe noch. Und diesen Ring darfst du haben. Dann kriegst du noch diese Notiz. Und reparierst mir bitte mein Stuff. Ist das immer scheiße teuer? Halleluja.
Gotta go.
So, dann gucken wir mal. Große Fußstapfen ist 40. Ne, dann kümmern wir uns da später drum. Hier war in der Nähe auch ein Schnellreisepunkt da. Da gehen wir jetzt hin. Und auf die großen Fußstapfen habe ich gerade keine Lust. Ich will zu Regis.
Well, it's hard on the nerves, eh? That's why you're so great.
I do what they paid me to do, that's it.
So,
Well, it's hard on the nerves, eh?
ja,
That's why you're so
komm, wir
great.
sind gerade eigentlich da. Deshalb wäre es ja Schwachsinn. Wir können uns jetzt zumindest mal angucken, wo wir hin müssen. Es wird nämlich, glaube ich, nicht hier in der Nähe sein. So, Mr. Vorarbeiter, ich klaue dir erstmal deine Hose.
So, Master, the workers who vanished. How goes the search?
They vanished? What's that mean?
Just that. Along with ample supplies. I had placed an order. More than a dozen wagons reached the building site, yet 5 were lost along the way. Tools, food, building materials, and, first and foremost, the specialists we need. The chief architect included. I wrote to the architect to say the quarry awaits. He should send new plans. But the foreman said the architect was here, at Ardeisto. And this means...
He's missing too. Got it. I'll look around, see what I can learn.
Master, I know not how to thank you, but I beg you to hurry. We shall simply not finish without those 5 wagons.
Ja. Da kriegen wir jetzt so gesehen erst die Info mit den Dingens, dass die Arbeiter verschwunden sind, die großen Fußstapfen. Davon haben wir ja schon 2 Gruppen befreit gehabt. Das wird auch wahrscheinlich primär in Sonderfolgen passieren, weil naja, die sind halt einfach... Wir können ja mal kurz gucken. Na, das sind alles irgendwie Fragezeichen bis auf das hier. Und das ist, glaube ich, auch nur die, ja, das ist der Bauplatz hier selber. Na, das heißt, die gehen wir dann demnächst irgendwann mal an. Aber Jetzt gehen wir zur Regis.
Dripping down my
Endlich.
bum furrow.
Works hard on the nerves, eh? That's why you're so great.
Da oben ist der Schnellreisepunkt. Und dann wollen wir zu diesem Friedhof hier. Gehen wir von da aus, ist am einfachsten. Können wir schön durchreiten. Sollte eigentlich nicht viel. Pütze, wo bist du? Da hinten. Komm her. So. Hoffen wir nur, dass nicht irgendwie irgendwelche nervigen Gegner da in der Nähe sind. Plätze. Dankeschön. So, ich wollte zwar eigentlich nicht dem Fluss folgen, aber das hat sich gerade so ergeben. So. Hier ist der Friedhof. Und hier. Klopf, klopf.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Studentenische Spuren. Ich sehe auch einen weiteren Eingang. So. Sonst noch jemand? Ja, da hinten ist noch irgendwo einer. Okay, das ist eine Kikimora. Ja, mit
Kiki Moors. Plenty around. Bastard. Kiki Moor eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
Ja, das kriegen wir hin. Glücklicherweise ist unsere Ausdauerregeneration außerhalb eines Kampfes
Some stench.
ziemlich gut.
Just wonderful. Damn it.
Hässliches Viech. So.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Können wir es uns nicht einfach machen?
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Okay,
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
na dann.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Ist halt creepy, dass dieser Hand halt immer noch zuckt. Vogel. Bisschen korrupter Vogel.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Na dann.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand or move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Ja, danach wieder verloren, dann wieder gefunden.
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now.
Es sind keine angenehmen Fragen, glaube ich, aber...
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Definitiv. Aber bevor wir ihm unsere letzten beiden Fragen stellen, machen wir Schluss heute. Und wir sehen uns morgen wieder bei Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Bis dahin, ciao Freunde.